Again, I am not a sponsor for any of these products. I just find them super helpful because, quite honestly, anything that we can do to make our market life and our market day less stressful and easier and a little bit more fun, I'm here for. Hey friend, I'm Lauren from Garden Girl Studio. If you're new to the channel, I'm an artist, quilter, and, well, market regular. Today, I want to go over some top market tips for how to keep your space comfy and organized while you're at markets. If you've ever struggled to find tape, market essentials, your checkout station just feels like it's not quite there, well, this is going to be the video for you. Today, I am sharing my tried and true market essentials that I bring with me to every market. It helps keep my space organized, tidy, and quite frankly, comfortable for those long market days. So let's dive in. The first item, we're going to talk about just the core of my checkout station, and that is my point of sale or POS system. I use Square. This is not an advertisement for Square. I just think it's one of the easiest to use. I've been using it for a few years. You can connect it through your phone. I connect it through my iPad. I just think it's easier for me to find everything in my system when I'm using my iPad. I have all of my items, so they all have a SKU code, so that if I'm not at my booth, my dad or my husband or whoever's helping me run my booth can easily find and check people out, even if they don't know what the item is, even if they don't fully understand it. And Square just makes that super easy. If you want me to do a video all about how I SKU my items, let me know and I'll show you how I do it. But point of sale, super easy. I have all different product categories. So even if like the SKU isn't working, I can find everything and it just makes checkout super easy. It looks complicated, friends, but trust me, it's not. You'll get it. It's pretty simple. And like I said, even if you don't have everything SKU'd, you can just use the keypad to type in a price and to check people out. It helps me track my sales tax. If you are a little bit, you know, like I track my sales tax. I pay my sales tax every year. I'm a real business. But even if you're just, you know, doing something simple, you can just type in a number and check people out. I love this. I also love using my iPad because if it's a slow market day, I'm an artist and I can pull up my artwork to work on. So I can pull up my like different projects that I'm working on and drawing, and I can work on them at the show. So I like having this as like the core of my checkout process. It makes life super simple, keeps me on track and organized with my finances, which I know everyone dreads. Square is easy. It works. Love it. Okay, and to go with my iPad, this adjustable tablet stand, y'all, I use this even when I'm not checking people out. Let me show you how this works. This is amazing. So it's this little checkout stand. Check this out. It comes up, right? And it spins. So I can put my iPad and then my iPad can spin. So I can be checking someone out and then I can offer them a receipt. Right? Am I right? This is amazing. I love this tool. I'm linking all of these in the description below, by the way. Like any of these ones that I can find online, I will link them in the description below. This makes it so easy for me to share with the customer what they're purchasing, let them have their receipt. You know, they can type in their phone number or email and digitally get the receipt sent to them. 10 out of 10. I also use this for when I am drawing. So if I am working on my iPad, I can actually draw on here. I can actually draw on here without straining my neck. It gives me that extra boost. When I'm done, if I want something flatter, I can just tuck it away. Love this. Okay, so I know that it's, you know, best practice to be standing for the duration of your show so that you're eye level with your customers, you're engaged with them, so they don't think that you're just kind of being aloof. But let me tell you about this director's chair. It puts you at eye level when you are seated, so that if you have a long show, some shows are just long or they're slow, or I have a project that I want to work on. This chair puts me at eye level while I take a rest, while I take a load off of my feet. This is great for if you don't have a mat down, like one of the nice walking support mats under your feet. This is great for if you just want to kind of like give your customers some room to breathe, or if it's a slower show. 20 out of 10, love this chair. I'm so glad that my husband convinced me to get it. I think we might get a second one. Not even gonna lie. What's also great about this chair is that it has a little side table, so I can put my little drinky drink. We all need a little bevy for the show. You know what I mean? So it has a little spot for a drink. It has a spot where I can like put down a little project or my iPad. I can sit and I can work. And it has a footrest for us short-legged girlies that need a little footrest support. Love it. Love it. And then it folds up nice so you can fit it in the car. Love this chair. Okay, this one's a simple one. I don't have a fancy checkout desk. I just have one of my milk crates flipped backwards, and I put all of my supplies inside of the milk crate, and then I put my checkout tablet and spinny rack on the top, along with some business cards. What I love about the milk crate is that it's kind of aesthetically pleasing. It's white wood, and it hides all of my supplies, my cash bag, my anything I might need, any of my tools, my stickers, my business cards, while keeping front facing for the customers. On the front of it, I can put some signage. So this is my next one. Bring some signage. You might want to bring the types of payments that you accept, credit card, cash, whatever it is that you accept, Venmo. You can put a QR code for your Venmo. I love having a sign for my QR code Venmo. You could also put out there upcoming workshops. I have advertised upcoming workshops on the front of it with a QR code for them to sign up right then, because you're talking to them, you're getting them excited. You want to see them at your next event. You can also put a price list of all of the prices in your booth. This just gives you a good spot for a little extra pop a signage, a way to connect with your customers and to give them more information about what you do and what you offer. Let's talk business cards, because you know we got to stock those business cards at our shows. I have a couple kinds. I know, I'm that person. Okay, my standard business card, I actually get, these are a little bit more expensive, but I get them from Moo. Moo, again, not a sponsor. The reason I get them from Moo is because I can print multiple backs with all of my different designs. I'm a surface designer, right? So I design fabric and wallpaper. So I can put all of my different designs on the back without having to order separate bunches. So I can choose one front that's all the same, and then I think up to like 20 different backs. I think I have like 5 or 6 here, but yeah, love that option, so that if I'm talking to someone who is looking at a certain print or pattern in my booth that they want to remember, I can give it to them. Or if I'm talking to an art director, they can remember me and how cool my artwork is. I don't know. When I want something that's a little bit more budget friendly, Vistaprint. Vistaprint's my go-to. Price is right and the quality is good. So if I have like little thank you notes, smaller business cards that I want to put into like kits, things like that, Vistaprint, 100%. But you want to make sure these are stocked. And I have a cute little holder that I use for my business cards, and I stick it right on top of my milk crate by my checkout stand so people can find them nice and easy. And that way they're not just sitting on the table getting blown around by the wind. They can actually like prop up and people can see what they are and know to grab one. Because honestly, friends, you want them following you beyond the show. If you can get the traffic ultimately to come to your website or your Etsy shop or wherever it is that you are traditionally located, if you've got a brick and mortar, that is ideal. That way you don't have to keep going to shows. Shows are fun, but they are a lot of work. So if you can get people to come and follow you online, on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube, or on your website, your newsletter, 20 out of 10. Highly recommend making sure they have your info. If you don't want to invest in business cards, you can also do a QR code on the front of our milk crate, like I was talking about, that links to all of your socials. So your Instagram, your Facebook, your website, where they can shop with you online, and they can do it right there and follow you immediately. I've also used this technique and it works great. That way people can follow you. They don't lose track of the business card. It just tends to work. You're also going to want to make sure that you have a way to wrap up or package the products that your shoppers purchase. Some of them are going to be eco-friendly and they're going to bring their own shopping bags. But if I have like a pair of earrings I'm selling, I don't want it to get damaged in their bag. So I'm going to have little boxes. And if they don't have a bag that they've brought with them, I do have some gift bags available that they can bring with them, little shopping bags that they can use for their purchase. It's not as eco-friendly, but it does get your name out there because people will see, oh, who has the hot pink bags? Where can I shop with that person? Like, it gets your information out there. I put my sticker on the bag, so they have a logo. You could also stamp the bag. That's also a very valid option, and I might start stamping soon to save some eco-friendliness. We love saving our earth. So yeah, you're gonna want to have like a little spot in your booth where all of your bags are set up and you're ready. Your little boxes have a little stack so that like when a customer comes, you can easily grab them and cash them out and get them on their way so that they don't have to delay their shopping experience. They can keep on shopping. I also have little cellophane bags with a piece of cardboard for my stickers and my bookmarks, just so that they don't get smashed or crushed while the customer is shopping or moving on with their day. I want to make sure that when they leave my booth, their product is going to stay intact and is going to remain nice for them until they get home and can use it. So I try to make it as easy as possible for them to enjoy their shopping experience. And having your supplies right on hand makes their checkout fast, easy, and smooth. You should always have some emergency office supplies. You know to bring some extra supplies like zip ties and, a roll of duct tape and whatever else you might need for your booth setup, but you should also have a few extra supplies on hand for when you're checking out. For example, you might want some extra pens. I always bring custom order forms so that if anyone wants to place a custom order, they see something in the booth, but they want it modified a little bit, I can take care of that. Or if they want something shipped, I can take down that their order is going to be shipped, where to ship it to. That's super helpful. I bring extra safety pins, binder clips. I bring extra binder clips. All kinds of extra supplies. This is where I also keep my business cards, tags and stickers, like the labels for like the sizes. I bring all of those. Anything extra I might need. Extra price tags. I bring them. They're in there. I also bring extra paper, construction paper, sometimes cardstock for if I need to make an extra sign on the fly. Bring some extra paper to make some signage and a little tape. It goes a long way. Oh, and don't forget a pair of scissors. Scissors help as well. Okay, this one might be my favorite. Bring snacks and water and a little drinky drink. Why? Because we don't want to get hangry. We don't want to get hangry, and we want to make sure that we have a nice full belly. I don't love eating at my shows, but I do like a snacky snack because got to keep your energy up so you can talk to your customers, so you can be excited and enjoy the show with them. So make sure you bring a little extra snack. It's going to also save you some money. Like, yeah, it's fun to eat out and to like I was at a food truck show. Yeah, I want to try some food trucks, but like, real talk, like you can save a few bucks if you bring like a couple snacks. You know what I mean? A little peanut butter and jelly, a little something. I don't know. Bring what you enjoy. I usually bring like a Liquid Death. Again, not a sponsor, but I will link it below. It's like an iced tea. It sounds scary. It's not scary. Love it. And some bottles of water. I don't know. The Liquid Death has like a light, mild caffeine because it's iced tea or whatever. It's tea. So it's not like a full coffee jolt. And I like that. Okay, anyway, bring some snackies, stay hydrated. It's important, friends. And last but not least, you're gonna wanna bring chargers and a little charging station if you are going to have a long day or a long weekend, or if you're afraid that your battery is gonna die for any of your products. So because I have an iPad, if I'm drawing on it, the battery is gonna get depleted more quickly. I don't generally draw. Usually I'm engaged with my customers, but if it's a slower day, that battery might drop, and I don't want to lose the opportunity to cash people out on my iPad if customers are shopping and I'm, sitting there and illustrating in between my customers. I also use it for my phone. My phone is my primary camera right now. We are very close, thank you all, by the way, to monetization here on YouTube. So I appreciate you all very, very much. And I told myself that if we hit the final monetization tier, which we're very close to doing, I'm gonna buy myself a new point and shoot camera, because right now I'm just using my cell phone. That's it, I'm just using my cell phone. But when I'm filming for you at my shows, yeah, it kills my battery. I'm not gonna lie. So I have a portable charging station. Y'all, this thing's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's great. It has little USB chargers. On the other side, has like the full outlet chargers. And it holds a battery pretty good. And it also has like a light. So I could turn this light on. I'm not about to blind you, but yeah, it's great in case of an emergency. For anyone who's been here a while, we had a tornado hit our house last year. We could still live in the house, but we were out of power for 3.5 days. I don't even remember. I have footage from it. I never really shared. My husband thinks I should like share it just to document. But anyway, this baby kept our cell phones alive because we're not a tornado area. I'm in upstate New York, but we had like a near EF3. It was a strong EF2 come and knock out a ton of our city. So we don't have tornado sirens or alerts. We needed to use our phones to get information. This kept me charged. Now, it didn't stay charged for the whole 3 days. In between charges, we charged this up. My dad came to visit and we used his car charger, but it would last like a day of like us keeping our phones charged or whatever we happen to need. Obviously, I like it for markets too. This is great. I'm going to link this in the description below. Again, I am not a sponsor for any of these products. I just find them super helpful because, quite honestly, anything that we can do to make our market life and our market day less stressful and easier and a little bit more fun, I'm here for. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it super helpful. These are my go-to items for every market, especially my long markets on this one. And if you enjoyed this video, you're probably gonna like my other display and supply and setup videos. So I'm gonna link them somewhere over here. I'm gonna link them so that you can get set up, and hopefully it'll help make your markets just a little bit easier. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and if you could leave me a comment below with some of your favorite market supplies so that we can help outfit each other for even better markets, that would be fabulous, friends. Until next time.